We recently picked up Forever Home from Birdwood Games because it combines two things we really enjoy: Puzzly gameplay and a game of second chances for shelter dogs. So I decided, let's see how it plays all by myself. So let's get to it. Alright, we are set up for the solo version of Forever Home. So, a couple of changes. One, the combination board is flipped over to the back. You have your cube on your first spot. You have the dogs off of there. You have an auto trainer, I believe it's called, deck. You have that shuffled up, ready to go. Everything else is the same. You have 4 training cards, 4 dog tiles. I start with 2 in my hand. The beginning draft is different though. We grabbed out 3 and then we select 2 and the other one goes back in the bag. If you do not know how to play Forever Home, there's going to be a link right above right now that shows everything that's inside of it and a tutorial. I will go over it very briefly right now though. I am going to, on my turn, perform 2 actions. I can take a dog, refill immediately. I can take a trick, refill immediately, or I can move 1 dog. As soon as I have accomplished a trick that I wish to fulfill, such as this one, I will perform it. It's going to show you how it has to be done, so these have to be 2 dogs of the same with nothing in the middle. This number shows you how many of those dogs you can rehome or graduate that go up to here. These are going to score based on these cards over here. This will then get flipped face down and will be end of game scoring. If it's got points, this one does not. So, how the solo game differs with that is, after I take my turn, this is going to move. They're going to play one of their cards. They're going to probably be discarding stuff. And then when I put it and cover one of these dog symbols, I have to take one of the dog meeples and assign it to one of these spots. These spots all pertain to end of game scoring, which I'll get into in 1 second. The other thing I do want to mention is I'm using the advanced side of the board. You'll see certain symbology on the board. What happens is, not at this initial setup, but in the future, if I take a dog and I put it on one of these spots, I trigger its ability. The arrows will allow me to move one of the dogs in my grid that specific direction as far as I want. It can jump over other dogs, but it needs to end in an empty spot. You cannot do it, however, to the dog that triggers it. So I can't put this here and then move it all the way down. I can't put this here and zoom it up. This symbol here will allow you to take a dog from here and switch it with one from out here. And this has you switch out a trick card from your hand with one from the display. The dog needs to stay here through graduation though. So if I do a trick card, it goes away. I do not trigger the ability. If a skill does allow me to move a dog onto another ability, I will then trigger that ability and could possibly have stuff cascade. So we are going to be going back and forth, me and the auto trainer, until the 8th round, at which point I can choose to stop after that 8th round, or I can continue going for 2 more rounds, taking negative points if I do. So, end of game scoring, I'm going to get points for my completed trick cards. I'm then going to look at all the different homes. Each home wants something different. So whatever dogs I have graduated in the city, they all have to be different. And then how many different I have is how many points I will get. The suburbs is looking for some form of set collection, as denoted there. So an orange, a blue, and a blue and a red, or just red. Countryside is looking for 3 of a kind, and foster home is always the same. It's just 1 point per dog there. All right, let's get into this combination board. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put a dog here, a dog there, and a dog there throughout the game. If I have rehomed more of this dog than these 2 combined, I get 5 points. Dogs in training, I'm going to look at my grid. If I have more of this dog than this dog, I get 3 points. I'm going to get 1 point for this specific dog in the foster home, and then 2 points per home that this dog is in. So not the total amount of that dog up here, just how many different houses is it in. Alrighty, with that being said, I'm going to place out my 2, and I think I am just going to plop them. That way I can get this going, or maybe another purple will come out and I can do this one, although I have plans for wanting to rehome 2 of them. So I'm just going to set the score pad off to the side and we will get started. So I will play the first round. I'll show you how I go, the auto trainer, put a dog out, and then we're going to zip to the last round. So I think with my first move, my first action, I am going to grab a dog. So there's a lot of green out here, so I could choose to do green on something. So let's grab a green, and then you can refill it before you place it. Let's get that mixed up pretty good, and we brought out a blue. So we'll put our green guy right here. And we'll grab our other green guy and get him there. Maybe set that up for that trick there. And one more. We've accomplished this trick, so we're going to grab these 2. We rehome both of them. So I'm going to put 1 in the city. And we're going to put 1 in the countryside. Like so. This gets flipped face down. Now they will go. So they are going to get rid of the first card and the second dog. So we'll pull that one out. Now I have to place a dog. So I think, especially with that purple coming out, I think I'm going to put the purple in the dogs in different homes. I'll lay them down for you, because I already got it in 2, and I'm probably maybe going to grab that one and put that one in the foster home, so that's going to be in the 3 different homes. Alrighty, so I'll see you in that final round when I take my final turn. Alright, so I decided to push it all the way. I was really trying to get a red guy to be able to get the points for the suburbs. Doesn't look like it happened. I'm not really seeing anything I'm going to be able to complete with what's out there, because everything needs 4. I have 3, and there's no way to rearrange them. It doesn't look like. Although, because I need to take the card and put something down and move it around, and I don't see that happening. So, I'm pretty sure I don't. Yep, so I kind of wasted that, so we'll just grab a green guy and watch the red's going to come out and be a waste. And just for fun, let's grab another green. Alright, so now we will do our end game scoring. So because I use the advanced board, I already have a -2, I have a -8, so I have a -10 deduction, so I don't think I'm going to score very high. So our completed training cards are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at our home cards. We have 3 different, so that's 4. I got nothing for that, nothing for that. And that's 1, 2, 3. So 4 and 3 is 7. The commendations, I have more rehome than those because I have none of those, so that's 5. I have more of those, so that's 3. I have none of them in my foster home, and in different houses, 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 6, 9, 14. So 7, 14, 28 minus 10 is 18, which I'm sure is probably not a very good score. I just made better luck next time. Almost was the lowest level. So definitely think there's a way of having to focus maybe a bit more. Maybe it might be a luck of the draw. I mean, look how many blues and greens I had. I ended up not getting any of the reds, so that might have been one of the hindrances. Also, I think I kind of messed up as I was moving around, but I'm pretty sure it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I played enough of those cards. I think I might have just moved a dog or put dogs in later than required, but that didn't really affect much at all either. So that was the solo play of Forever Home. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you'll go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell down below. That would be appreciated. And I will see you on the next one.